Mount Fuji has been absolutely stunning lately. Even after a one-day tour, I still felt like I hadn't had enough, so I joined a two-day tour. The guides were all incredibly professional, and the experience of this one-day Mount Fuji tour was unforgettable, filled with satisfaction and joy. From pickup to the last stop, everything went very smoothly. Our tour guide was incredibly friendly and considerate. She shared many interesting facts about Mount Fuji, making the trip even more special. She was definitely a highlight of my trip to Japan. Highly recommended for anyone interested in a day trip. Our tour guide was outstanding, incredibly patient and attentive in answering all our questions. He provided in-depth and clear explanations of many details of Japanese culture, which were truly enlightening. The trip was absolutely fantastic. We were even fortunate enough to see Mount Fuji with our own eyes. A trip to Lake Kawaguchi is definitely worthwhile. It offers not only breathtaking views of Mount Fuji, but also numerous classic tourist attractions and a wealth of activities to explore. I highly recommend independent travelers to join a day tour for a day. The transportation is incredibly convenient, eliminating the hassle of transfers or finding your way, making getting to the attractions easy and effortless. A special thank you to the tour guide for his meticulous and enthusiastic explanations, and for sharing many interesting stories about Mount Fuji and other attractions. He also thoughtfully provided incredibly useful photography tips and local food recommendations. We set off early in the morning under a clear, azure sky, and Mount Fuji was clearly visible for most of the day. The tour guide was incredibly friendly, not only helping us take photos but also offering many useful suggestions throughout the trip. The biggest advantage of joining a group tour is that you don't have to worry about finding your way or planning your route, just relax on the bus and get off at each attraction. If you prefer a relaxed and carefree trip, I highly recommend signing up for a day tour. We had an unforgettable and wonderful day at Mount Fuji. We were lucky enough to have perfect weather with not a cloud in the sky, and the snow-capped peaks of Mount Fuji were clearly visible. We took countless beautiful photos to cherish. The entire trip was well organized and efficient, and the guide's explanations were vivid and detailed, making the geography and history of Mount Fuji very interesting. We not only enjoyed the beautiful scenery but also gained a wealth of knowledge. This was a truly memorable trip, and I highly recommend it to anyone planning a trip to Mount Fuji. It's absolutely worth it. Our tour guide was quite humorous, friendly, and incredibly patient with us. We were fortunate to see the snow-capped peaks, and even more so because the entire view of Mount Fuji was crystal clear that day. Autumn is the best time to visit Mount Fuji. Our team leader, Taiyo Taiyong, was incredibly responsible and attentive to every member. She explained everything in great detail and even gave everyone small gifts at the end. Highly recommended.